Hello, everybody. They call me Muse, and I welcome you back to part 2 of Teardown. It's finally time, baby. Yes. And Lee Chemicals has been decommissioned, and Lawrence Lee Jr. is in jail because he's an awful bugger. That's good to know. So, I've spent the last few months obsessed with Elden Ring. That obsession has passed to the extent where I can now play other games once again. And so here we are, ready for part 2. The game's fully released now. It's a full-grown game with Chiefs and everything. And look at our apartment. It's looking flash. We've got rocket boosters, apparently. Not sure what we can do with those just yet, but I'm sure we'll find out. Is this all really our place? It is, there's our van. I mean, it's winter time now, so all of our crops are done, but there's the car we were working on. We can drive it a boot. We've got all sorts of vehicles of our own that we can drive a boot. There might be some more loot hidden in our house since last time. Not sure. But for now, I say we just jump on into a mission, really. Let's have a look at what's going on the old compute, though. Let's just check the tools. Rocket booster. Attached to any objects and ignited for propulsion. That sounds complicated. We've got the cash to upgrade. Is everything else fully upgraded? The leaf blower isn't, the cables aren't. Now I like the leaf blower. So we'll upgrade that. Do we need the cables? We're going to need more money, for sure. Let's spend what we can. And we can't afford to upgrade the rocket booster at all. That's cool, that's fine. Everything else is upgraded as well as it can be. So, messages. I've got a few side missions we didn't do, I think. But we'll worry about those at another time. The van. So the van's still registered to Mum. That's fair enough. It's really quiet for a while. Still have some dough left, but it's running out quickly. Well, some of our clients ended up in jail, so that would explain it. Not Gordon, though. And who's this? Amantite. So Gordon Wu has informed this person of our proficiency in entering and exiting undetected. Okay. The beverage business I run. So this is the guy in charge of Blue Tide, I guess. But there's robot research going on at Queeler's Security. A few close-up photographs of their robot prototypes would be enough. Alright then, so it's a new mission at a new location. That seems a good way to start part 2. So, there's our escape. So we've got 5 test chambers. Take pictures of the robot prototypes, I guess. And do we still have access to our other items? We do, good. So there doesn't seem to be an alarm criteria on this one. I guess this is a look around and get your bearings because you're going to be coming back here later sort of mission. So yeah, 5 spots over there. Yeah, there's a whole lot down here, but we can't seem to see it just yet. That's fine, that's cool. I just want to explore around the edges first, see what's going on. Can we sneak into the rest of the base anyway, even though we're not supposed to yet? Is a question. I mean, we can get through there. Ah, there we go. There's the mostly invisible wall. So the test facility is this way. That's cool. Hack doors to get in. Very nice. Slow. So we've got a loading area. So is this going to be a case of robots trying to kill us if they see us? I mean, these ones look to be switched off, so that's fine. They're also not part of what we need. Or are these just mannequins? Test dummies for the robots to work on, I guess. And should we be worried about Roboboss? Perhaps not right now. Later on, maybe. I don't think we want to tangle with Roboboss at any point. So maybe these robots are going to shoot us if they see us, and the challenge is going to be getting to each of the robots. Getting close enough to each that we can photograph them without getting shot to death. Although... Right, so we have to hold down the camera button and then it takes a photo after a few moments. That's cool. So the robots can be pushed around. I guess that's what this is telling us as well. Are they all connected to wires? Because if they are, then that could be a thing that we could do as well, is just take out their cables. That doesn't seem to have stopped it. It still seems happy enough to do its thing. Let's go on to B, shall we? There's B. It's getting shot a bunch by some sort of turret. And it seems to be coping just fine. So is this telling us that we can't just shoot the robots? Maybe. There we go, we got the photo. Good. Oops. That was spray can. We don't need spray can while we're here. But yeah, that's number 2 down. So this way's to C, that makes sense. So this is showing us that they can go up and down the stairs without too much of a problem, by the look of it. And that they can punch through walls. So I guess D is showing us that they have actually got guns. Can we bust through the wall there? No. I guess we're going to have to go in and avoid getting shot by the bugger. There we go. Now, what are we going to learn from E? That they can fly as well? Or? No, it's not flying, it's just sort of standing. Is it onto us? It is. Are they all going to be onto us now? Yeah, I feel like we've triggered some alarms by snapping that picture of E. Now, have we gone the right way? I'm not so sure about that. I think we have. Future is here, and it's well armed. We can't make that, surely. Or can we? Oof. Action-packed escape sequence right there. Now let's get back to the boat before any of these robots figure out how to escape. Right, so that was a warm-up mission. That's cool. Now we can do a proper one, I suppose. That'll bring in some money and a new tool. Lovely. That'll be vehicle thrusters. I see. Right, so Gordon Wu is buying Lee Chemicals. And he's going to tear down all the iconic towers and buildings and replace them with... probably with giant statues of Gordon Wu. That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, that's going to be a kick in the nads for old Lawrence Lee. I mean, he's in jail, so his nads are probably already in more trouble on a daily basis. But yeah, that will add extra insult to all the injury. And I guess we'll just crack on with another mission. Let's have a look. So Blue Tide is clearly full of poison. That's fair enough. Our dictometer maxed out. That thing isn't even... it's very sensitive. She tried it on her morning coffee. No reaction. I've got my morning coffee right here. And it's good. So let's go over to Hollow Rock. Get some samples of the secret ingredients. But they recently closed a deal with Robosec. So now we're going to see those robots in action, I guess. Right, so this is Winter Hollow Rock. This is cool. I like this. We have got 4 primary targets, 2 secondary targets. Robots on the loose. I can see one over there already, underneath the objective marker. So, our job is going to be avoid the robots, I guess. Stay away from them, yep. There's also a fire alarm. Okay. Let's have a look around, shall we? So there doesn't appear to be a timer that's going to be active on this mission. It's more just a case of avoid the robots. Which is cool, we can live with that. So we've got a primary target over there, and another, and another. And then we've got the optional ones up there. So yeah, let's just loop around, shall we? Is there going to be more treasure for us though as well? And I guess that was full of sugar, based on what that's saying. Just a casual bit of vandalism to get us started, you know. Alright, so there don't appear to be any robots outdoors around here, but there could well be inside the building. Yep, there we go. So walking in at ground level is just asking to get shot. What if we sneak around the side here though? I mean, again, it's just walking in at ground level. That robot's onto us. That's fine though. We'll sneak upstairs and maybe we'll be alright. Maybe. That'll be one of the safes, I guess. Here comes a robot friend. So he's definitely onto us. Oops. We've blown ourselves up a tad. That's unfortunate. Now, what is the robot going to do about that fire? Anything? Nothing? It can be pushed around with our rocket launcher. That's cool. But it looks like pipe bombs aren't enough to deal with the old safe. The rocket launcher was enough, but the pipe bomb wasn't. Now, do we need to worry about this fire? Or... it'd be nice if the robot could take care of it for us, but I don't think it cares. So we'll just try and extinguish it without getting the robot's attention. Hopefully what's left will burn itself out. Yeah, there we go. So, we'll sneak back out onto this wall and have a quick save. Now, where is our next one? Is it below us? It's above us. There's going to be a robot in here, isn't there? These pipe bombs really are pants, aren't they? Fine. We'll use a regular bomb. There you go, there is a robot in here. Of course there is. How far will it follow us? It's going to follow us for a while. Is it going to follow us down onto the ice? That would be nice. Because then maybe we can sink it. There we go. Oh, the water hurts us because it's cold. But also the robot got hurt by the water a bit more than we did. So yeah, so we can take out the robots by blowing up the ground they're on and then just getting them wet. So that's good to know. Now, where is our target? Did we blow up the safe with that? Or did we just blow up the wall? I feel we may have blown up everything we need to, yeah. There we go. Target get. So the next primary target is in the next building. There's going to be a robot in said building for sure. At least there's not any outside. Yep. There is a robot. And it's already spotted us. That's possibly fine. Oh. Oh. It's a quick boy. It's coming right for us. But I guess that means we can just sneak in whilst it's busy outside. And now, where is our target? In this room? Looks like it. I don't know if their hearing's any good, or if it's just purely sight-based. Ouch. Let's see if we can't deal with that fire before we drop down. And there's our target. Good. Right, so robot is outside. One would assume that they are able to kill us with explosions. I guess we got a bit close to one of the explosive things in this building. Right, so maybe this time we don't attract its attention immediately. If we can avoid that. But yeah, I forgot there's explosive things in general in this building. And that we should be careful around them. Can we sneak in to the top floor? Could be tricky now because old RoboFriend... That was the wrong bomb. RoboFriend is already on us. But let's make a way in if we can. And then let's get stuck on all of our bomb debris because that makes sense. Does make sense. Oh. Now, where was it? Was it in this room? It was. So. Yep. That hurt an awful lot. But now the robot's upstairs and we're downstairs. So let's just leave this office if we can, because that's explosive for a start. There we go, we're outside. Now, up there with the optional ones. So let's try a bit of sneaky stealthy into this building. Yep, top stealth. Oops. Nope, we're all good. So there was one below us in the caves, I guess? Yep. And then one up there in the actual building. So if we go in the front door, there's going to be a robot. There it is. Now, where's this fire alert coming from? Have we started a fire in this building? That's concerning if we have. I don't think we have, though. Oh no, it's over there. We should probably go back and deal with that. There we go. Right. I wonder if the robots can start fires. If we just aggro a robot and then it blows something up, I presume it would start a fire, and then we'd have to clean up the mess. So that lad is looking the other way. Good. So if we sneak, I think we got away with that. Or did we? Yeah, he still seems to be hanging around at ground level. So yeah, I think we got away with that. Maybe it would be sensible to bring the safe with us. And go outside. And then blow it up. Feels like this could be sensible, you know? You don't need to blow them up where they stand. So we'll toss it off the edge here. And then maybe we'll give it the old rocket launcher, drop down, grab the loot, and cheese it before the robot can catch up with us. Like so. And then we'll just blow our way into the caves. Where there's almost certainly another robot. So we should probably drop a quick save. Yep, there is another robot. Can we just run the buggers over with a truck? That would be fun. I mean, he's shooting us. And we're dead. Yeah, running them over could be fun, but it's also probably not smart at this stage. What if we blow that up? Does that do anything for us? Does that allow us another route into the cave? No. The walls are too thick. So. Did exploding that pipe do anything other than be pretty cool? I'm going to say no. But old Robo's going to be looking for us over there somewhere. T'other Robo around here isn't going to notice us if we sneak in through this way. Now, where was the little conveyor belt for fish? Because if we can get on a little fishy conveyor belt, we can sneak into the cave through the back way, perhaps. Unless, of course, we've just blocked off that route by covering it with masonry. Let's see. Right. Oh. No. Robo friend is on to us. Where even am I looking in here? I'm not certain. Over here. Right, so that's opened the safe. Now RoboFriend is going to follow us outside. How far does he follow us? Is he going to chase us all around the building? That'd be nice, because then we could whip around the back. But somehow I think he's not going to chase us all the way. There he is. Right, there's our loot. Let's deal with this fire to an extent, if we can. Throw away. Get through the conveyor. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Good. Somehow we got away with that. Quick save. Now, as for the last one, let's approach it from above, if we can. Because there's a robot at ground level. And he's not our friend. Yeah, that'll allow us to go a bit higher still. And then he spotted us already. Bloody hell. But we're in the safety of a building now, so it could be worse. I haven't seen any treasures yet, so maybe they don't replenish going into part 2. So where are we going? We're going down into that building. Oof, big jumps. That's good. We'll break in through the roof. And that'll actually give us access to the safe we need. Put out any fires that might be in the vicinity. Now where's RoboFriend? He's shuffling around that side of the building, so if we drop down a bit too far, unfortunately. Oops, it's a pipe bomb. Maybe rocket launcher. Lovely. And then rocket launchers help us just generally get away. Spiffing. Right, we might be safe. I think we're safe. What would be nice, though, is to be able to get a photo of some of this. Because we need a photo for the old screenshots for part 2. Where's RoboFriend got to? Action shot. Yeah. Do we want to focus on the explosion? Or do we want to focus on the robot? Either way, that's a pretty cool shot. And now we can escape. See you later, robot friend. Mission time, 17 minutes. I guess that doesn't include the 5-10 minutes I spent faffing around in photo mode. Now let's see what's going on here. There's a shortage of Blue Tide. Blue Tide. It's highly addictive. Voices are raised towards health concerns. Yeah, there we go. Some people find it strangely addictive. They've tried to reach out to Mr. Amantide and they're getting no comments. That's fine. But also breaking news, Frustrum has been evacuated due to extremely strong winds for this time of year. The storm is approaching. So I guess we've got more missions to come in Frustrum. We might even get local tornadoes. That would be super fun.